Welcome to The Actor's Choice, where the actors and actresses have a chance to talk about themselves and their careers. Join us now for the next hour as we explore the marvelous industry of acting by actors and actresses from today's exciting show business world. And now, direct from Hollywood, here's your host, Ron Brewington.
Hi, everybody. I'm Ron Brewington, and welcome to The Actor's Choice. Roll it, Tony.
Hi, I'm Rhonda. Hey, I'm Rhonda.
My name is Rhoda Bankston.
This is Rhoda Bankston. What do you think a trap party is?
Naked?
You a freak, huh? People were coming up to us, hugging us, talking to us. It was just amazing. It was like we were superstars.
Ladies and gentlemen, my first guest today is a Renaissance woman. She's an actress, singer, entrepreneur, and designer. She's also the CEO of Bankston Boutique. Like I said, this is a Renaissance woman. So, without further ado, please welcome Rhoda Bankston. Greetings, Rhonda, and welcome to The Actor's Choice.
Well, thank you, Ron, for having me.
Wouldn't happen no other way. Thank you for being here today. Definitely. So, if you would, tell us where you were born.
I was born in the fabulous city of Pine Bluff, Arkansas.
Okay, there's a picture we took up down there in that city.
Yes.
When was the last time you were home?
I was home Memorial Day weekend and the weekend of June 15th. Memorial Day, my mom's 90th birthday party. It was a great celebration. And 2 weekends later, the 15th of June, my aunt's 75th birthday.
Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting. Wow. What was it like growing up in that city?
You know what, small town, Ron, everybody knows everybody. My mother is a retired English teacher. My dad worked at the local paper mill. We grew up Baptist church on the east side of Pine Bluff. And if you know the east side, it's Bunny Park Edition, Jefferson Square, and everybody just knew everybody. My parents' house was a hangout when we were growing up.
Gotcha. Hear what you just said. So tell us, why did you get into this business? You came out of, how did it happen?
Ron, I tell you, I can't even say it came out of nowhere. As a child, I always loved fashion shows, TV, commercials. I was on the Bozo show when I was a kid. Was in school plays, community plays, sang in the church choir, and just always loved the stage. And 25 years ago, I came to Los Angeles on a nursing contract, not planning to do entertainment. My goal was to make a few extra dollars, pay some bills off, and I wanted to do real estate. I wanted to take that money and do real estate. Did real estate, but a different way. My final job before full-time acting, I was a RN case manager where I housed homeless veterans in Long Beach and Orange County. And the move came sometimes on Saturdays, weekends, Sundays, at night. I would do background on music videos, TV shows, talk shows, and they would always sort of push me to the front. I remember so vividly, and everything is full circle. Producer, director, writer, costume designer, LaRae White Wilson. I went to be a background zombie for Black Jesus, Slink Johnson, who's from my home state. Slink Johnson, comedian, actor. Well, when I got there and LaRae was going to do my makeup, she was like, "Lady, you're too cute to be background." And she pushed me to the front, and everything else is history. And all of that was in Kevin Hart's studio. So
Gotcha.
Nothing is by coincidence, Ron. Nothing. I've always wanted to be in front of the camera.
Got you. So when you saw that big Hollywood sign and you realized you're here, how did it make you feel?
I did not believe it. I did not believe it. But this has made my faith so much stronger. So much stronger. If you speak a
Yes.
thing and really believe in it, it's going to happen if God has it for you.
Wow. Because when you come to this, as we tell a lot of people, they come here, they want to be a star. Come on down. Come on down. This is the place where it happens.
It is, and believe it or not, I guess it happened before I got here. When I
Yes.
was small, my dad used to call me movie star, because I would take a blanket and make it a cape, take a spoon and make it a microphone. I would create my own stuff.
Mhm. Well, you as I look at your resume here, I see that in 2017 you did a film called Lemon. Lemon.
Yes,
Tell us about it.
it was phenomenal. I was gonna be a featured family member, and
Uh-huh.
the stars were Nia Long, and it was just it was just awesome. Uh, back then,
Uh-huh.
not thinking that I was gonna be featured, you sort of try to bring the right
Yes.
clothing, the right wardrobe. It was just a spectacular experience. And the amazing Marla Gibbs was my aunt.
Good name there. All right. She got a star recently, last
Yes,
year.
I'm so excited for her.
We're waiting on you to get you one.
Yes, we're
I'd love
speaking
to
it,
see that
Ron.
happen.
We're speaking
Indeed.
it.
Wow. There also was a couple of films that you had because you have two films out, The Invite and The Doggone World.
Yes. The invite, matter of fact,
Uh-huh.
last weekend, well, a month ago, the invite was at the Chinese Theater for the Indie Film Festival with the
Okay.
amazing Dave Brown. And last weekend, the same invite was at the Manhattan Film Festival in New York. I play the role of the bougie mother of the bride. It is phenomenal. Funny, funny, funny. And Doggone was a Christmas movie. Super funny.
Hmm. So you busy. Can we go back just a little bit because it got my ear where it said
Yes.
CEO of Bankston Boutique and Designer. Could you tell us about that, please?
Yes. Ron, maybe 30 years ago, I've always loved clothes. My mom and I used to shop at J.C. Penney, Dillard's back in the day, Sears, but I would take my own stuff and shred it like I wanted to, tie
Mm-hmm.
dye it, make it sort of different. So me and my mom decided that hey, let's open up a boutique. So we started Orr's House of Fashion in Pine Bluff, Arkansas, which started in my parents'
Uh-huh.
home. My dad gutted out the den and made it a shop. And since I moved here to LA, Bankston Boutique, I was in the shop with two other ladies, but now I want to put it all online because online shopping is the way to go. But it's something about that personal, up close, in person touch
Yes.
as well.
Yes. It makes a difference. Big
Yes.
difference. You do a lot of different things. One of them is, as I said, it plays the role of Oprah Winfrey.
Yes. Oh my God.
You
And
hit it out
it's
there.
in the developmental stages now. We're
Yes.
gonna do a story. I can't tell all of it, but it's a story
Yes.
about Michael Jackson
Yes.
and Oprah and her interview with Michael Jackson.
Oh,
So I'm
yeah.
excited about it.
Well, guess what? We
What?
just happen to have a clip. Roll it, Tony.
Ah,
Hello, my name is Oprah Winfrey. I was born January 29th, 1954, in a little small town in Mississippi. I was raised by my grandmother. She was a maid. She made me feel so special. She was a Christian, so she wanted me to be a Christian as well. Took me to the little church down the road. But I knew that I wanted more. I wanted more. I wanted to build a legacy.
Now that's Oprah, as she said to just that build a legacy. Indeed. Indeed. Now, another thing that you do that I have, there's a lady that you work with. Her name is Geneva Meredith.
Yes.
Sounds familiar. Who is she?
Oh my God. Geneva is an amazing producer, director, writer, actress based in New York. Um, a gentleman, the older I get, the self tapes are getting to be like, that's the future, that's the present now. So a young man that I met, amazing actor by the name of Justin Titus, introduced me to Geneva in New York, and he said, Miss Rhonda, you would be perfect for Geneva's roster.
Gotcha.
So it was all wow. She's amazing. Amazing. I'm honored to be in her life and her wow. I have nothing but amazing things to say. She sends me emails constantly, and I think people think that this acting thing is easy, but you make life what it is. It's fun, it's work, it's productive, and I absolutely enjoy it.
Excellent. Excellent. There's one more lady before we get out of here that I found this lady. You know her very, very well. She is the CEO and president of WET Public Relations. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Cassandra Williams.
Cassandra of WET PR of Beverly Hills. She
Yes.
is my publicist. And just even most recently, having a publicist is important in this business because you can't do it all yourself. And Ron, my team is developing. She came to me out of nowhere. I was at an event and someone said, you need to meet Rhoda Bankston. She's ready for a publicist. And she has been nothing but amazing. The introductions, a publicist gets you into places that you may not normally can get yourself into. Cassandra Williams.
Quite a lady. Quite a lady. I met her one or two times, real lady. In fact, we're trying to see if we can get her on the show here because she would definitely be a great asset.
Oh, absolutely. Sure. It's going to happen. She just had a major event at the Beverly Hills Hilton last Saturday with the world-renowned artist. He's a major painter, Emmy Lou, and presented to Wolfgang Puck. His son accepted the painting. It was phenomenal. Beautiful. Beautiful. Make sure she's on your show.
Got you. Got you. We got a moment or two. Currently, you have a national commerce running, Morgan and
Morgan commercial. It is hilarious.
I know. I see it. Now I know who's in it.
It's called Casual Friday.
Yes. Oh, that's mom.
And it's funny when you hear your name on the television. I didn't know that they were going to write in Rhonda in his commercials. Oh, it's hilarious. And I get phone calls about it constantly. Texts, emails, Morgan, Casual Friday.
Wow. I see you like to do, if you can get a job, go get it. That's what it's all about.
Go get it.
Yes.
Go get it. And Ron, you never know who's paying attention to you and who's looking.
Thank you. Never know. You never know. Never know. Let's see. You just, like I say, you're doing a lot of work now. When you didn't tell us how you got the name Renaissance.
From people I work with, They said, Miss Rhonda, you are the true Renaissance woman all over the place. You give. And that's just the way I grew up, Ron. I'm honest that I'm thankful for the parents that I was born to and the grandparents. So I don't take all the credit, but I just thank God for what's happening in my life. All for the good.
Wow. They say this is totally a faith walk, more blessings and miracles in store.
Yes. Watch what you speak. This is totally a faith walk because I stayed at a job in a profession 32 years. And I tell younger people or anyone who is pursuing whatever you're doing, don't do something because of the money. Yes, you do need to pay bills and buy food, but do it because you love it. You do it because you love it. And when I knew that I loved acting as much as I did, I know it was time to take that leap.
You know, a lot of people, you've been in a lot of places, done a lot of things. What advice would you give some of these young people that want to be a star? What would you do for them? Tell them.
I would tell them first, write their vision.
Yes.
Write their vision. Write the things that they want. Make a plan. I don't feel like I had planned as well as I could have. Save some money. Networking. Go to as many events in this craft that you can.
Yeah.
That is the key. A lot of prayer.
Wow. It's difficult for a lot of people who they see. Like last night, did you see the BET award last night?
I did not. I was actually working. I did not.
Okay. I had a chance to see it. It was interesting. I had a chance to stop it. All right. Rhonda, what a day, what a day, what a day. Like we said at the beginning, you are indeed a Renaissance woman. And all I can say is to keep on keeping on, lady. Keep on.
Thank you. That is definitely the plan.
We say, God bless you.
God bless you too as well. Thank you, Ron.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rhoda Bankston. Thank you, Rhonda. Thank you.
Thank you.
This is the Actors Choice. I'm your host, Ron Brewington. Roll it, bro, Tony. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to let you know that we are asking our Actors Choice squad to help us get a former baseball Kurt Flood into the Baseball Hall of Fame. Now, Kurt passed away January 1997, husband of one of our wonderful guests, lover dearly, renowned actress, Judy Pace. So, to contact our office, the TAC office, call us 213-349-3941. That's 213-349-3941. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, roll it, Tony.
Strong arm robbery, few B&Es, drug possession. Wow. You badass, aren't you, huh?
Did you hear me?
Modern day cowboy. Hey, let me cut to the chase here. This is what we call a monthly report, but you're going to fill this out twice a month. And if you miss just one report, I'm sending your ass back to the slammer. So you better not be smoking with any of your homies. Okay? You got me?
Yeah, got you.
All right. Beautiful.
Ladies and gentlemen, my next guest today is an actor, writer, and producer. He recently won a Best Actor award for his menacing portrayal of a policeman in the multiple award-winning film, Sick Puppy. And by the way, please, we're going to go through this. Please understand. I'd like to get ladies and gentlemen to know this. So you say, I didn't know about this. Here's what you want to know. This gentleman's got a play coming out, okay? And we ask you to click on TomAlper.com. That's Tom, ALPER.com to see the new play that he wrote called The Pitch. So as they say, the pitch is back. Right, Tom?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Brewington. Nice for having me. It's a great honor.
Remember, you came here before. You were here once before. And by the way, I understand that you have a brother who is also in this business.
Yes, that's my brother Steve Alper. He's an
Yes, tell us about him.
award-winning screenwriter, and he writes for TV. He writes films. He's written a novel. The guy's brilliant. And the best thing I like about him is whenever he writes something, he always puts a part in it for me. That's my favorite thing about him. So he's loyal. He's a loyal brother, and I love him dearly.
Right. So please bring him down. Make sure he comes on down here. We want to talk to him.
Absolutely. He's a little shyer than me. Hence, that's why he's a writer. And I was always the actor, the loudmouth, but very smart guy, good guy.
Now, where were you born, did you say?
So I'm from New York. Born in Yonkers and raised in Queens.
When I heard that or saw that, I said to myself, self, the man is from YMCA, New York City. The city so nice they named it twice. The city so pretty they called it New York City. I lived in uptown Manhattan.
Very nice.
I was born and raised in Harlem. Had a good time up there. Had a great time.
Yeah. My parents split when I was 10, and my dad moved to Astor Place, Lower East Side, and I spent all my weekends there. So it was interesting. So I almost grew up in the city, kind of half of my time.
Wow. Tom, you know, it's interesting. You have a very interesting story. As I read your bio, I said, you know, about your brother, about you. But here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. When this man was 17 years old, he decided to go to school to get an education as a journalist. Take it from there, sir.
So, Ron, like a lot of New Yorkers, my first love was sports, and I wanted to be Willie Mays, and I wanted to be Walt Frazier, and I wanted to be Dr. J, and when Reggie Jackson, when I realized I couldn't be any of them, I said, well, I want to write for them. So my dream was to be a sports writer. So I got a scholarship to USC for journalism. But then when I came out and flew out and I got out there, all of a sudden when I went into financial aid, signed the papers, whatever, they said, oh, it's only for 2 years. And I go, what happens after 2 years? And they go, well, I don't know. It's up to you. So USC, I'm giving my age, was only $12,000 a year. Only $12,000 a year was like a fortune to me. So UCLA was offering me total free ride. So I went across town to UCLA. But I always wondered, what if I had gone to USC? What would have happened?
Great story. You started at what we call UCLA, and then you went to what I call USC. Both are excellent schools. Place.
There you go.
I worked up until last week. I used to work at Santa Monica College. I retired after almost 23 years.
That's amazing because my brother graduated Santa Monica High, and I graduated Santa Monica High. My last 6 months, I came out for high school. So I'm a Santa High grad.
You never know who's out there. Look at, you never know it. But as you know, there's the transfer between Santa Monica College and UCLA and USC is super. So if any of you guys and girls are out there listening, USC, UCLA, as we call UCLA, please go there. Good schools, excellent schools.
And SMC is a great, I know they say community college, but it's, as far as I know, it's one of the top in the country. So that's exciting that you were there.
Wow.
What did you teach there? May I ask?
Say it again?
Oh, what did you teach there? You said you taught it.
Broadcasting, communications, and a few other classes like that. Had a lot of fun. They got some. In fact, the lady who's coming on next behind you, she is a lady I used to work with me for a couple of years. So I had to give it up and go find some other things to do. Yeah.
Very nice.
I'm going to miss it.
We're grateful that you have this podcast for us actors. It's an incredible outlet and venue, and it's a great voice, and we really appreciate it.
Thank you. Gift from God, every time. Blood Source, you did that. Don't know what the year is. I looked at the year, but it had 3 episodes. That was something that you did called a TV series, horror.
Yeah, it was a terrific concept by Corbin Timbrook, great director and writer, and it was my first horror film, horror project. So it was exciting. I got killed in it, and I was impressed with the technical part of how they do murders and gore. It was quite an art in itself. That was interesting.
That was interesting. Definitely. Because as I see for the past 25 years, ladies and gentlemen, Tom has acted in over 100 projects or plays, television, and films. I get the impression he likes what he's doing.
I love it. I love acting, and I started out as a writer.
Yes.
And as I was starting to get older, my parts were getting a little smaller. So then I decided, why don't I go back and write something for myself? And then that's where this came along, the play, the pitch that I'm doing right now. And I wrote myself a part that I usually never get cast in. I always get cast in as the heavy, the mean guy, the jerk. And I think I got more dimensions than that. So I wrote a character where I have some of that in me, but also some other sides. So
wow. Because again, if you can write, you can always get a job.
exactly. And for some reason, I pushed it aside. I don't know why I did that, because I just loved acting so much. I figured, I don't need to write anymore. And then realizing, well, wait a minute, writing can help you.
Wow.
So that's
now, you, ladies and gentlemen, this man has 50, almost 60 credits, working on another one, like 61. He's a producer. He does self stuff. He's very good at what he does. But I was noticing one thing, a trend about you. You love to do short films.
I do. I really do. And because first of all, there's a real art to like being able to tell a story in 10 or 12 or 13 minutes. And some of the great projects you'll see or movies started out as short films, and then they ended up got funding and made it. So I feel it's a great way also to network with a lot of up and coming directors and producers who are going to make their film. And if you can get in on them early, then you never know. Sometimes they take you with you. And even if you don't, it's great. And you get a chance to have a lot more lead roles in it because it's a short film.
Yes.
Yeah. So, I enjoy it. And you're able to do more of it because it takes a lot less time than a full length feature to do. So that's a good catch.
Yes,
used to call Mr. Short. I've been called. So
I noticed that you also like to do TV series. You did 12 of those. You did some mini series. Again, here's a worker bee. When as you get that good mixture between I'm going to do this and do that, and in the end, what do? You got a product and you got some money.
Exactly. And then you take that money and you could reinvest it into some of the stuff you love to do, which was my first love. When I first ever did acting, everyone starts on the stage with a live audience, and it gives you that that's where you get that bug there, and you get caught, that fever. So now I'm going back to stage again in my advanced years. So
stage. You and I've talked about this before. A lot of people come out here, as you know, to be a star, but they'll do film. They will do television. They won't get up on that stage.
No, that's a different animal, man. That's scary. You get up, one take, one shot, make a mistake. There's no oops. Okay, let's redo it again. It takes a lot. I mean, a lot of concentration, a lot of guts, if you want to say, to get up on there and do it. And but the reward is amazing. The immediate reaction is from the audience is you can't compete with that. It's just it's very addictive. It's just once you do it, it gets in your blood. So
thank you. Tony, would you please put up number 36, because he showed his, now we're showing ours. Look at that.
Oh, 36 what? I'm sorry?
No,
yeah.
You brought it with a minute ago. Put it up there. We got one.
That's the pitch.
Just in case.
Just in case. It's opening July 12th to August 4th, and it's at the Odyssey Theater, which is
really?
Yeah, which is it's a landmark. It's a historic theater in Los Angeles. I'm very proud that I've gotten it there. I've gotten some investors who believe in me and believe in the play. And we're taking it to the next level. So I'm very excited about this. And it's free parking. It's on the West Side, so which is nice because I live in the West Side. I live in Culver City. It's right down the street. And I've been going to that theater for 30 years. I never thought I'd be able to have one of my own plays there.
Yes,
it's a big thrill for me.
We just happen to have a clip on what you just said. Roll it, Tony.
Yeah, well, I got some good news and I got some bad news, but it's mostly good news. Yeah. Well, the good news is I found your parts. Yeah. The bad news is, and
your research.
Okay, hold on to your seat there. Bad news is, these are $38 each. Yeah. No, I know. I know it's a lot of money. I know. I do. I understand. But
yeah, there it is. By the way, the video you're hearing, the audio, we're hearing it right now, but you'll see it when you get to the club.
Oh, that's incredible. I can't, I'm so excited. And that was the first production I did during COVID. And we did it in a small little theater, and we didn't know if we could do it.
Yes.
And that was production 1. This is production 3.
Yes.
So I moved it up. And now, wow, I can't believe you found that.
Yes.
You guys are good.
Like you, I do a lot of research. This video is from a production of The Pitch, May 22nd at the Lyric Hyperion Hotel Theater in LA. That's what we got.
They don't do plays there anymore. Now it's just straight stand-up comics and comedy shows. So I was the last play that did then.
Yes. Some other projects that you have right now, I see it called The Ghost House.
The Guest House. Yeah, that's a cult classic film that's streaming on Tubi and IMDb and Amazon. It's a stalker film, and I play the guy who gets stalked. It's a very exciting film, and with a lot of humor, and it's just it's got a new twist on the whole Fatal Attraction theme. I get stalked by someone, I won't tell you who it is, but yeah, check it out. It's free on Tubi, The Guest House.
All right. By the way, folks, he is the producer for this film.
I did.
Okay. Good.
And my brother co-wrote it, Steve Alper. So that was one of the films.
In the family.
He wrote a big part for me. I'm very grateful for that.
Amen. The next one you did in post-production right now is a short film called The End of Me.
Terrific film. It's been going around winning the awards. Basically, I play a father whose son gets in a accident from drinking, and he panics and calls me up, and I give him bad advice, and I try and help him cover it up. Yes. And then we start dealing with the guilt from that. So it's a terrific part that I got to play. A father will do anything to save his son, even if he loses his own soul to do it. One of those things, like, which a lot of dads could do. Like, what would you do to save your child? Within the so, and that film's been winning a lot of awards, and it's in production. They're also getting ready to make that into a feature, and I'm hoping they bring me on, but you never know. Fingers crossed.
Okay. We got a few more minutes. Just want to take you back to the pitch. Are you bringing back the same cast and director?
Yeah. So, so I'm bringing back the same director from last summer. Last summer we did it at the Mednani Theater. We did 10 shows, sold out 8 of them, and we got great reviews. I'm bringing him back, and I'm bringing 3 of the actors back: Joseph Lorenzo, William Warren, and Connor Colleen. And I'm bringing the 7 new actors, which I had to, unfortunately, because of their schedules. Yes. And also we needed to open it up and try and, we wanted to be a new production, but they were all fantastic. So there's 7 new actors in a new theater. I got a new set designer. It's a new show as far as I'm concerned. Gotcha. And I've done some new writing, trimmed it down a little bit. And but it's a crowd pleaser. It's a crowd pleaser. It's been compared to Glengarry and Ross.
Right. I was just going to say that.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Go ahead. Do you want me to talk, or you want to ask me about that?
Yeah. How do you balance being a playwright and an actor simultaneously? How do you do that?
Well, what I try and do, and I'll say it because my director hasn't heard it yet, is I try and just stay out of it. I stay out of the writing and just concentrate on the acting. That's what I try and do. Unfortunately, I'm not that successful. It is pretty hard because I'm on stage acting, and then when I hear, you start hearing your words done. When it's done fantastically, you're like, oh my God. But then sometimes when it's not done the way you write it, it's like, it's sort of, your skin jumps a little bit. So I could do a lot better with it, but it's pretty tough. I try and just stay out of it. When I'm acting, I'm acting. When I'm off stage, I'll talk about the play. So it's tough when you've done it where you wear more than one hat. It's sometimes it all blends into. But it's a work in progress that I need to get better at.
Work in progress. All the way. Yeah. Before you get out of here, we have the Odyssey Theater. Can you put that up again? Oh, there we go. That's a beautiful building, people. For those
it is. And if you go there right now, they have a poster blown up that's used, and you'll see it, the pitch. And there's a card. And if people want to get tickets, they can go to odysseytheater.com. or they can call 310-477-2055. Or like you said, or just go to my website, tomalper.com, TOMALPER.com. So it's a fantastic show. It's a lot of fun. It's got a lot of humor, and it's also got a heart. It's about something. It's about, a nice father-daughter subplot, in addition to all the fun kind of banter of the guys in the locker room sales office. So I try and mix that up. Some humor and edge and heart, if that's possible.
All right. Tom, thank you so much for giving us some time and info on what we can do. And of course, when you do a play, we see that your heart is in it. What do you do with it? Break a leg, break a leg.
Thank you, Ron. And if anyone of you and your team and staff want to come, hit me up. Comps galore.
Amen.
Your team. Thank you so much for having me.
My pleasure. Of course, your publicist, our dear friend, Philip Sokolov.
Oh, he's great. He's the best. He's getting me out there. He's getting my play out there. Love him.
Indeed.
Everyone should use him.
Okay. Well, Tom, God bless you. This is the Actor's Choice. I'm your host, Ron Brewington. Take care of yourself. Rolling guy.
Thank you, Ron.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, my next guest today is a long-time friend that we both worked at Santa Monica College. I for 22 years, she for over 12 years. I retired 2 weeks ago, and she was elevated to the chair of the Communication and Media Studies Department. Yes, yes. She has, as they say, things happen. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome editor. That's not editor, Ron. That's an educator. I just didn't read that. She smiled. I see a smile over there. An educator, a philanthropist, and award-winning producer with experience in independent and commercial filmmaking. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome. I've been trying to get it on the air for the longest time. See that smile? That smile? That, ladies and gentlemen, is Redelia Shaw. Hi, Redelia. How you doing, lady?
Hello. How are you? Can you hear me
okay? Looking good like a
okay?
sister should. You're looking real good. My goodness. Where were you born at, by the way?
I was born in Daytona Beach, Florida.
Didn't you just come back from there?
I did. I was there visiting mom and them last week, and I just got back on Wednesday. And then I went into a shoot for a friend. We produced a short film that I'm really excited about.
You want to tell us about it?
Yes, it's called Filtering, and it's about people's obsession with social media and technology and how we are breaking down our relationships because we get on these apps and then we can change our appearance. And so in this, I would say, futuristic short film, the people are changing their races, all the features about them to have relationship with other people. So no one is real, right? And in real time, you can be a different person. So it's very fascinating.
Wow. How did you get into this business?
I started while I was in college, actually. I was an undergraduate at Clark Atlanta University. And I'm aging myself now. My first job was on
You're among friends.
And my first job was on the 1996 Olympic Games in Atlanta. They had a program called Host Broadcast Training Program, and our college, Clark Atlanta University, which is a HBCU, and for those who don't know, that's a historical Black college or university. We were one of the colleges that had training there for the Olympic Games. And so for opening and closing ceremonies, I was a logger, I was a assistant camera. And then for track and field events in the Olympic Stadium, I was a logger. And I worked in the international control room, which was the feed that was sent to all the countries about their athletes. So it was very exciting. And what was also very interesting was that everyone in that control room was from Finland and they spoke Finnish. And it really brought to mind to me during that experience that I didn't have to know that language to communicate the numbers and the countries that were performing at the event. So it was a great, great opportunity to work with people in my industry from around the world. And that's what started my journey.
This lady has a lot of hats on. She wears a lot of hats. I mean, a lot of them. And one of them that she has is she calls it Light Media Project,
Yes.
LMP.
Yes, LMP. That is my heart, and I hope to retire working for that organization, and I hope to raise money to hire people to help me work with the projects and goals of it. We fiscally sponsor documentary filmmakers a lot. A lot of my friends work in documentary film. And I also want students that are currently at community colleges to have an opportunity to edit videos for other nonprofit organizations who typically don't have the funds to create the content for their websites. And so that is one of the other goals of the organization, is to be able to pay students, though a lot of students that go to community college they can't work for free. But they need access, they need the training, they need to be able to perform the job that they might be asked to do at other professional commercial organizations. And so while they're in school, this is something that could be a good practice. The goal would be to partner with various nonprofit organizations and have students edit their content that can go on their website, that hopefully would give them more outreach, help them develop their social media channels so that those nonprofit organizations can continue to fundraise and things of that nature, while giving a student experience in media making and content creating. So that's also one of the goals of the organization. And just supporting communities of color and marginalized communities, LGBTQ, women that are telling stories for and about those communities. So that is definitely the goal. So is how can Life Media Projects support you? And of course, it's in the name. Projects that give you life. Projects that tell stories about real people and real situations. And they can be funny and engaging, but they can also be very serious too, and raise awareness to certain issues. Race Relay is a program that Life Media Project also fiscally sponsors. This is an interactive multimedia theatrical experience. And it promotes ongoing community dialogues around stories about race. Our theory with Race Relay, or our motto or slogan, if you will, is story is medicine. And so how we heal our nation from one of the biggest blights we have, and why we're not unified, is telling our stories around race and really having open dialogue about that. As challenging as that is, that's how we get to the next place.
I tell you, she's a good lady. That's why they moved her up. Congratulations. Congratulations.
I want to add, Ron, I want to add that Life Media Projects is also looking into how new media, in terms of helping more marginalized communities be a part of that space. They call it the metaverse, XR, if you will. There are not a lot of practitioners that are playing in that space and telling our kinds of stories in that space that I think it would be important to raise awareness around. And so we're hoping to create content that fosters more conversation around that. So I wanted to make mention of that as well, because film futurism is where I'm at, and really using technology for storytelling is amazing. And I want us to be a part of that.
The ladies everywhere. Bad West. She's also in an organization called the Directors Guild of America.
Oh, yeah.
You see that picture?
Wow, you found that.
Look at that picture. That's you in the green.
Yes, that's me in the green, almost in the center there. The Directors Guild of America is an amazing union. I am honored and privileged to be a part of that organization. I am what you would call a second AD member. Which means that when I work on a typical Hollywood set, I'm someone who would build call sheets. I'd help actors get ready to start their work for the day. I make sure, to sign actors in and out, make sure they sign their contracts and that kind of thing, that people that are day playing. I help set background. I do a variety of things, or just be an all-around assistant on the director's team. Anything to get the director's vision accomplished for each and every day and for the length of the series or the feature film that we are working on. Gotcha. So I work in that supportive nature as an assistant director in the Directors Guild of America.
Always working, always working.
I am that.
Here's one for you. I know you know this one, kid. Hit it, Tony. Number 47. Oh yeah, there it is. The logo, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
College. Look at it.
Yes, Santa Monica College.
Oh God, look at it. Wow. Can you take me to the next one, Tony? This is you doing what you do so well. Empathy. SMC cares. You do a lot of students. They love you. They see what you do, the work, because she works with the students. She's got nothing, not nothing, but everything to do with those young people. And I'm gonna miss them. I'm gonna miss you too. Miss them. Yeah. Okay. Next picture, if you would, is a place that you know very well. Who put that picture in there? Who stuck that in there? Is that picture? It says Center for Media and Design. What does that mean?
Well, it means exactly what it says. It's the Center for Media and Design. We have, oh my gosh, about 20 programs in that building, including ours, the one that you sadly just retired from, programming and production, media programming and production. It's an architect's dream, the space of the Center for Media and Design. We have a TV studio, a radio podcasting station in this building. We also teach architecture and interior architecture. We teach film and film studies and media theory. We also have an international award-winning journalism program. Our newspaper is called The Corsair, and they have the Corsair online where you can check out what the students are writing about. They've even won the Student Pulitzer, our journalism program. It's an amazing program. And then, of course, communication studies, which is our speech classes, our persuasion classes, and helping students developing their speaking skills and communication skills, their interpersonal skills and cultural awareness skills. Those things are really, really important. That's one of the things, those are the soft skills that people that work in the industry talk about what our students need. Those interpersonal skills are critical on landing that first job and keeping that first job. Intercultural communication, really important, because LA is, of course, a diverse community, which is one of the reasons why it's such a successful city. And so making sure our students know how to communicate with others and oral and written communication is vital for people in our industry.
Tony, can you put up 49A again? I just want to show folks what that is. We showed you the picture of CMD, but this is the picture on the other side. And what you see is that it's the CMD building, the other side. Okay. All righty. But what you see the hallways that you walk down, because that's where her office is in that building. And some of the places that you see are just marvelous on that. The stages that we have, this place that we teach these young people how to be celebrities, be all the things they want. But I want to just let you know that there's some people that I'd like to say I'm going to miss them. Nancy Grace, Frank Dawson, Gail Fetzer, Joe Patson, let's see it, Josh Kanan, Kofi Van Key, Linda Salvowitz. Remember Linda? Remember?
Yes. Oh my gosh, we miss Linda Salvowitz.
Ben Dickerson, Roxana Captor, Sarah Brewer, and you.
And we will miss you too, Mr. Brewington.
Miss you guys. Well, what do I say now? I could get one of these things.
Oh.
Can't do that. When you work with some good people. and you have some fun. Okay, we do. Thank you very, very much. The time to be on our show. Really, thank you. Best wishes to you, of course, your mother.
Thank you so much, Ron. I cannot put in words how much you mean to us and our program. The students absolutely adore you. I always hear about the stories you tell in class and how much you mean to them. Learning how to articulate and speak in the announcer's voice, which you have an amazing skill set. You have an amazing, beautiful voice. And even though you're no longer going to be teaching with us, you're doing much bigger and better things, hopefully having some fun, getting some relaxation. We hope that to always continue to hear your voice because it needs to be out here with us championing social justice causes, all of the things that you work on to help us be better human beings. And I just really want you to know how much we appreciate you, Ron. We really, really appreciate you and love you.
Thank you. I want to thank our sponsors, Harvey Brand for Photography as an Art, Ron Irwin's Lose Life, Way to Lose Weight, Larry Buford's Book to the Future, Time Travel, Message in a Capsule, State Farm Agent Carla Green, and veteran actor Rob Reinstein, Actor Training Facility and Actors Space. Much thanks to our guests that we had today, actress, singer, Rhoda Bankston. She came in all the way to be here today, and we want to thank her for that. Actor, producer Tom Alper, and editor, philanthropist, award-winning producer, that lady right there, Redelia Shaw. The Actor's Choice is a presentation of B&B Productions. Rudolph Brewington is the president. Sydney Chandler is our executive producer. Special thanks to our ever-growing audience. I'm Ron Brewington. Be well. See you next time.